Hello, folks, and welcome to this lovely wee Q&A for the film Norm. And I'm joined by two absolute stars who through much rescheduling and scheduling have finally found a time where all of us can come together and answer your fantastic questions. So I'm joined by Julian Pombo, who is the composer.
Hiya.
He may have said hi.
No, I 100% did. Wait, can you not hear me?
I just didn't hear you say hi, but it's fine.
Oh, right, okay, no, I did say hi, 100%. Yeah, it'll be on the recording.
Fantastic. And we are also joined by Kayleigh Moroney, who plays Maud.
Hello.
Hello. How you both doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, not too bad.
Excellent. What about you, Kayleigh?
Yeah, doing all good here.
Absolutely. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear on this auspicious evening.
I know.
Right, so we'll just get into the questions. The first question is from Soraya, and they ask, "Can I come to the premiere?" And the answer is yes, for £200. So there you go. That's
Wait, what?
that's the asking price, folks. Yeah, I mean, I put out a post, a couple of posts on the benefits of donating to the GoFundMe, and we've managed to reach our target.
Hey.
Nice.
Nobody wanted to come to the
Nobody.
So you know, but the offer still stands. Soraya, so if you've got no life, please donate £200 to my incredibly small time short film and come to
Just take out your next wage, you know.
Absolutely. Save up for it.
You know what?
Installments.
You know what? That just makes sense. It's the most sensible thing I've ever heard. Yeah, just do that.
How long have they got to save?
Well, the GoFundMe ends in June.
Oh, that's plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Yeah, so you know, it's up to you. The next question is by Josh, who says, "When is the film out?" And I think probably next year, sometime when we've gone through the film festival process, and we've milked every
aspect out of it.
Milked every aspect.
So thanks for your question. I think this one is for Julian. How did you come up with the music?
Oh boy, I've got a whole lecture ready on this. So
Here we
no,
go.
I'm joking. I'll keep it pretty short. So one of my favorite composers of all time is Howard Shore, who wrote the score for The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Mm-hmm. And one thing that Howard Shore uses a lot is this technique called leitmotif, which is developed by a German composer called Wagner. And it's just this idea that this character or this principle or something or whatever thing it is represented with a little theme of music, right? So when I watched the film for the first time, don't want to spoil too much about the film for people who haven't seen it yet. The character was giving me Gollum-y vibes. And I just kind of went with it, and I wrote this. I don't know if Discord will pick up, but maybe my recording software will pick it up. I'll play the main theme, which is just
oh my god, live
on the guitar. It's in the score. It's written on the piano, but it's very simple. It's just. It's just those notes.
That's fantastic.
And I just, I'm basically explored every single possible way that you could even interpret that tune. I wrote it, for those of you who are like musically minded, I want it to be like tonally ambiguous. So it's not really minor, it's not really major, it's just kind of like sitting somewhere in the middle. Like it could be anything depending on what chords you're putting underneath. And one of the other interesting things about it, I guess, was I'm quite used to just writing, like, you know, basically like a big piece and then and just focusing on that and, you know, writing for like 4 or 5 minutes. But I decided to, because it's quite a short film, part of me was like, well, I don't want to. It feels like a waste to maybe write like a 5-minute piece of music and only have like 30 seconds of it being used.
Yeah.
So I went for like a very like the approach I went for was just I basically just wrote a small micro piece of music for each individual scene. So each individual scene has music that's kind of specially tailored for it, basically, which was kind of interesting. I've never done that sort of thing. But yeah, no, I had lots of fun, and it was great, like, working with Daniel as well. Just, it's nice to work with somebody who just goes and says things like, can you make it, like, uglier? Can you make it gross? Can you make it, like, more terrifying, please? That was great fun. I enjoyed that. Just like I just remember one day you came round to the house and I played something and then you were like, yeah, no, it's not creepy enough. It needs to be creepier. And I was like, cool. How do I escalate the creepiness from here?
Yeah,
I don't know, but that was good. It was a good challenge. But yeah, that's kind of how I wrote the music.
I don't want to jump the gun, but I think it's a insurmountable success as the music. I was
110%.
I was so incredibly happy with the finished product that Julian produced. And you're talking about the main theme and stuff like that. When you watch the film, you'll see some pretty creative choices when it comes to the main theme and how it's portrayed in scenes.
Yeah, there's one which is like, I'm not going to say what it is, but man, that was the most fun that I've ever had. There's two which I had a lot of fun. One of them I just got to go crazy with, like, post-processing and like making really weird sounds and stuff like that. And the other one was just kind of I just had a big cheesy grin on my face. I was just kind of laughing the entire time I was recording it. It was great fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
well, thank you for your question, Michael, and I hope it was answered. Good. Well, that's up to Julian, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, yeah, I tend to ramble. I'm an old rambler, but anyway.
Well, that's what it's all about. The next question is from Eva, and I think this one is for you, Kayleigh.
Fantastic.
Is it difficult to act only with your voice?
Oh, that is a good question. Funnily enough, this was actually one of my first times actually like properly doing voice acting. It was a lot of fun to do. I would definitely say it's difficult, just to the fact as whereas on screen or on stage, you have your facial expressions and your body movements to aid you. Whereas with just your voice, you're trying to prove your character, your emotions, like just through your vocals, essentially. But it's not. It takes a lot of patience, I'd say. I remember just getting like really annoyed with myself. Like I'd get like the first like part of the monologue perfect, and then slip up near the end. So it definitely takes a lot of patience. Yeah, but it was really fun to work with. The script that was given, it was really fun. It was really fun to build a character just off a voice to begin with. It was just, yes, it was good. But in short, yeah, it's difficult, but fun.
Well, that's the best experience when it's difficult but fun. You know,
exactly. I feel like it's a new talent been given.
Wow.
Definitely.
Were you going to say something there, Julian?
No, I was just going to say, like, I can imagine it would just be even harder, just to sort of, like, because acting, a lot of it, and I feel is, well, much like music, you're, like, relying on other people to kind of bounce off of and stuff like that. So I can imagine that just sitting in a booth and recording lines would be, you know, you have to get in a certain headspace to like actually. So I can imagine it would be a lot more difficult. So I hadn't really considered that.
I know, I didn't really think about it until like I was with the mic, the script, and I'm just sitting like, oh, I just click record and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was because the film had only existed in my head at that point. But I was just so impressed with how Kayleigh managed to just get it. The character isn't vindictive or like petty or bitter about things, I'm not gonna say anymore because that might spoil it. But no, you absolutely nailed what I was looking for. So
well, thank you. It's very helpful when you're given a good script and a good story overall as well.
This isn't a Q&A anymore. This is just a pat in the back.
I know.
Yeah, but Eva, thanks so much for your question, and I hope it was answered the way you wanted it to be answered. I'll find a better way of saying that as this goes on. The next question is from Fabs. We don't have a first name, just Fabs. That is Fab.
A great first name.
I love Fabs as well. The Ice Lolly, I've not had them in ages.
Oh
yeah, they're classic. That's classic. That's getting me all nostalgic.
Not a Fab baby. Sorry, that was so.
The question is, I guess for all three of us, who would you want to direct a film about your life?
Oh, that's a good question.
Who would like to go first?
I'm thinking really hard about it. I think Wes Anderson would be quite funny. For my life. That
would be funny.
Just a really weird, kooky film about some guy in Glasgow that plays bass a little bit. Yeah.
Wow.
I'd watch that.
I would definitely watch that.
I would watch that. Yeah. Definitely.
That's a film that writes itself.
Yeah. Just a guy living in a wee terraced house with 2 cats, trying really hard not to dox myself. But
excellent. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I like the vibe of like Wes Anderson films. There's something about them. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm just a big hipster, but there's just something about it.
Absolutely. What about you, Kayleigh?
I feel like I'm stuck between either Matt Reeves or Christopher Nolan.
Well. Is it because you like? Batman? Batman?
I wonder if it is. Pretty much, yeah. I also like Tenet and Interstellar, but I just feel like both of their capture movies so well. I'm always sat sat staring and just being like, wow. And Glasgow's pretty much Gotham anyway, so it'd be a perfect opportunity for them again, just to do it once more.
Absolutely. I would say Lynn Ramsey, who directed the film. We need to talk about Kevin. Have you ever seen that film?
It was ringing a bell.
Yeah. Okay, well, no one knows who that is. She's a Scottish filmmaker. She's really good. I'll go with Paul Thomas Anderson. Does anyone know who that is?
I don't think so.
Okay. Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, I know who that is.
Wait a minute. Who's that?
I
I'm
don't.
joking.
Nah.
Wow, brilliant. Fabs, what a fab question.
So, like, your movie would just be like jumping through non-sequentially through different parts of your life.
Yeah, and then there's like a big bloodbath scene at the end.
Yeah.
Because
That makes a lot of sense.
because it doesn't want to. Nothing's really happened. The entire time. Probably get some death at the end. That'll
And then just boom.
fix everything.
Nice.
Nice. Is anyone else got any other directors, or shall we?
No, I'm good.
I'll stick with my Batman.
Quite right.
Yeah.
Quite right.
I'll stick with my hipster trash. It's fine.
Yeah.
David asks, what is your favourite scene in the film without spoiling too much, obviously?
I'm trying to think without spoiling it, to be honest with you.
He didn't say why, to be fair.
Well, there is a scene.
The first scene.
And the reason it's my favourite was because I had the most fun making the music for it. You'll be able to tell as soon as you watch it. You'll know which scene I mean.
I know exactly the
you
one
know
you mean.
exactly which scene that I mean as well. Although that being said, like yeah, like some of the like more contemplative, like sadder scenes are actually,
Yeah.
they're actually pretty great. It was just great fun. Like, because the thing is that it didn't really need the music to for the feeling to come across, but just adding that little bit of just background sound noise just helps elevate the emotions a little bit. So I had fun doing that.
What about you, Kayleigh?
I'm trying to think what's about it. I feel like the darker scenes for me were. I feel like there was a lot, like just with the emotion in itself. I don't want to spoil it, but the darker scene in itself, I feel it really got you contemplating, in a sense of like. So I don't know if I want to swear, but like God, like what's happening, and it makes you realize a lot about yourself in a way.
Yeah.
If you get me. So those really stuck out to me, to be fair.
Lovely. I think my favourite scene is the last one.
Yeah.
As it finishes.
Yeah.
After you have witnessed everything and taken everything in, and it all just sort of pieces together. The music really helps with that as well. There's a brilliant piece of music in that scene. There's fireworks going off just to celebrate how good that scene is right now. So if you hear that on the recording, I think that's or another one which I can't spoil, but it involves Kayleigh, so I can't. That's right. It's rotten. You're getting asked questions about a film, but you're not allowed to say anything. Maybe I've done this too early.
I know.
Just talking about it like super cryptically. Yeah, the bit with the bit. Yeah.
My favourite bit was the bit.
It's all in bits. Thank you so much for your question, and we shall swiftly move on. Okay, I didn't get a name for this one. I just got A.H_artist_18 asks, when creating Norm, did you learn anything new about yourself?
Oh. I feel like even doing the movie with such like topics that it discusses, I feel like you realise how serious these things are. I think especially during like when we were making this, like it was during like peak COVID as well.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like you sit and overthink everything. Like anyway, But obviously, the topics without like spoiling much, it was just I learned a lot. I'd say I was too hard on myself. With trying to like with body weight and stuff like that, and it does make you think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably the main reason that I made the set out to find you lovely people to help me make this thing. Yeah, because when you're in COVID restrictions, like Kayleigh was saying, you are just so contemplative all the time. And you do second guess yourself a lot of the time about the way you are and the way you're perceived by other people. So I mean, it's I don't know about you, but it really helped me to sort of get out of my own head with stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's just not helpful in any sort of way.
It's one of those ones as well where it's like it feels like it's so hard to talk about, like bring it up, but like
so
with making it was nice to find people who relate. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
That's what was nice about it. Like you're not alone. Like, you're not thinking about this by yourself.
Absolutely.
There's other people who are like sitting swimming in the exact same pool that you're in. You know, it's just.
What about you, Julian?
Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, I almost hate thinking back to like in 2020. I don't know if it was that traumatic that I just erased it out of my memories. Just went, nope, didn't exist. It didn't happen. But from like COVID, especially like the first year and a half. It was tough. And before even writing the music, I was even thinking like, man, like this whole music thing. I was nearly at the point of like, I was like at the point of no return where I was thinking like, nah, I'm just gonna can it and get myself a real job, whatever a real job is. But it was something I genuinely considered. I was just like, nah, this is rubbish. And then, in a way, like writing music for the film was kind of brought everything kind of back into perspective, and I was like, oh yeah, no, actually, like, I didn't start doing it because of money, you know. So like, so I was like, that's not the point. I should just so it was quite good, like just writing, just scoring the film. It just kind of got me out of that sort of thinking, and then after a while I was, started seeing that things starting to like chill out a little bit, and then I was like, all right, okay, cool. I made the right decision to just keep doing what I was doing, because I was super close to just giving up. And I suppose like that's in a sense like that's Norm. The film kind of deals with a similar kind of message in a sense. It's like trying to figure out, trying to figure out why you're doing things, like, so from my perspective, I've struggled with like weight and things like that myself, and and it was like, am I trying to lose weight for a good reason, or is it like and it was the same with music. It's like, is doing it for money really the reason that I started doing it? No, so how did I get there? Like, what was my thought process that led me there? Let's get that away, kind of thing. So
absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, thank God you didn't.
Yeah.
Who knows? who knows? Maybe in an alternate universe, I would have probably been delivering food or something. I've genuinely considered it like not a good time.
No, definitely
And look
not.
at you now, though. Like, look at you for just now. Like,
Yeah, no,
you're
definitely.
very proud of yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, like you say the film could portray it without the music. I don't think that's true.
I think it really solidifies the film. I'd say. I think
without,
yeah.
without a doubt, because without that, it would just be it would be me slumping about on my own. And the only thing that I would have to legitimise me was, and this is a pretty good thing, Kayleigh's fantastic vocal performance. And, while that is more than enough, it's like, but the music just ties it all to it. It just informs so many emotions.
It's a good thing you can't hear blushing through a microphone. So that's good. Because that's totally not what I'm doing.
Everyone, pat your backs.
We went back to the pat on a back session.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, sadly, folks, we've only got one question left, and it's from Mark, who says, "What is next for the three of you after Norm?" I mean, I've got nothing. I've got nothing like this. Is me for the next year. I'm just gonna.
I say we just milk it dry, guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm plugging
we just
this
milk it dry and
nothing
hopefully
left.
we'll maybe red carpets and paparazzi maybe in a few years. Maybe that'll be all the three of us walking down a wee red carpet.
I mean, well, we collaborated in one of the worst periods in human history, so
what we produced.
Yeah, imagine what we could do if it was, when everything's sort of back to normal.
Literally.
We'll keep you posted, Mark, about what we'll do after this.
Yeah.
There'll be more.
Yeah, no, totally. I would be so up for just doing more stuff like this. It'd be fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, no, I mean, apart from this, it's not very exciting. Well, maybe it's exciting. I mean, I'm just gigging, still writing music, and I'm more or less gigging every week. I play in like a function band, so
Fantastic.
it's like every weekend, more or less, we're playing somewhere for somebody's wedding, or tomorrow I'm playing at the Ayr Racecourse. After for the Scottish Grand National after the races,
God.
so that'll be good fun. I'm looking forward to that. If you wanna check out some of my stuff that isn't like film scores, because this is my first one, but I play in a band called Eriska. That is ERISKA, and it's kind of I always hate trying to describe what the sound is like. Just go listen to it. It's like Scottish music, Scottish traditional music, but we put our own kind of twist to it. So if you're into instrumental music and you want to check out, some beats to like just chill out and do homework to or whatever, then do that. And check that out.
I want to do some homework and listen to your music.
Yeah. I mean, there's some tunes that I would highly recommend not doing your homework to, because some of them get a bit mental. But like the rest of them, why not?
Yeah, I feel like doing your homework to some mental music really makes sense.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, that just took me back to like 6th year when I was.
I know. I feel old.
Yeah, man. I just had a really, really weird memory. I was doing higher Italian, and I can't remember what verb it was, but I was just trying to get it in my head, and I put on the Ramones, and I was just jumping around, like having a party to myself in my room, like just
Wow.
shouting rhythmically these like verbs, like, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was interesting in high
I
school.
love that. I love that.
Um,
It's better than
I mean,
I used to put on like rain sounds.
nice. No, I get it. I listen to that kind of stuff like brown noise and pink noise when I go to sleep. Oh,
Yeah.
it's lovely.
What about you, Kayleigh?
Well, I've got a few like little acting jobs coming up, so that's fun.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Yes, but mostly just working, trying to get my driving license so I can just zoot about everywhere. But hopefully, red carpet soon for all three of us.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. That is gonna happen.
Exactly, we're going to manifest that.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. As for me, this is what I'm going to be doing for ages. I'm working on a couple other projects. I won't say anything.
Ooh.
Because no doubt they won't happen, and I'll.
Oh. Oh.
Just you know, we're all creating. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're all creating stuff.
Yeah.
We're all making
And
stuff.
we're doing it at our own pace and our own leisure.
100%.
And why
Exactly.
not? You know.
Exactly.
But yeah, folks, thank you so much for everyone that watched and listened to us talk about this wee film that we all made. Yeah, now I'm gonna do some plugging, okay?
Go for it.
Folks, we have reached our target on the GoFundMe, right? And that is amazing. But I was taught to milk as much money out of people as possible without, but being honest about it so that you can be sort of funny and then it doesn't come across as bad. That's what I was taught. That's what I was taught growing up. So no, any little donation, anything you can spare at all would mean the absolute world. Yeah. So if you can, great. If you can't, great. Just everyone that's supported us so far has been an absolute star. Whether you like a post, whether you watch a trailer, whether you listen to this, whether you donate, thank you so much, folks, because it just wouldn't be happening without you guys. Yeah, so lots and lots of love. And I also want to thank the two lovely people speaking to me right now, because without them, we wouldn't have even have got to this point of me shamefully begging for pennies. So thank you to both of you for your amazing work, and you helped. No, you made this film possible.
And thank you to you too for giving us the opportunity to work on such a fantastic project.
Yeah, man. 100%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anytime. Well, not anytime, because it
takes a long time, but
I'll get back to you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So thanks for all your questions. I hope we answered them in the best way that we could. Rambly and incoherently. That's the order of the day here,
Aye.
and we will take nothing else.
Perfect.
Thank you again, and we will see you next time.
Whenever next time is.
Exactly. Very inconspicuous.
Absolutely. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.